Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. So with the recent reveal of Digimon story Time Stranger, I figured why not discuss everything we know about the game thus far, even a couple of things that were mentioned during the first Digimon Con presentation that I don't see a whole lot of people talking about. Now, for those that don't know, Digimon story Time Stranger is the latest upcoming installment in the Digimon story video game series, which is essentially the monster taming RPG Digimon series, while games like Digimon World or Digimon World Next Order belong to the Digimon World series, which is more centered around monster raising elements. You can think of the Digimon story series as sort of like the closest thing the Digimon franchise has to a Pokemon-esque game, with creature collecting, team building, and battling being the main facet of gameplay. Anyways, let's start off with some of the rudimentary information given to us via the Steam page and trailer, then we'll get into some of the more spicy Digimon Con information. So first of all, we know that the game will be releasing in 2025 at some point for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC via Steam. As of right now, there is no confirmation for Switch or Switch 2. However, it is important not to rule out these platforms, since the last Digimon story game, aka Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory, both released on the Switch. In terms of the game's setting and general mechanics outside of its turn-based combat that we're sort of expecting, we know that the game's adventure will take us both through the digital and human worlds, though we don't know to what extent for each. It could be similar to something like Shin Megami Tensei 5, where the majority of the game is spent in the other world with some smaller segments in the human world, or even vice versa, though I'd say based on the presentation that the digital world looks to be quite expansive. Also of note is not only the title, but an excerpt from the Steam page that states that you'll not only be journeying across parallel worlds, but also time. So between the different time periods and worlds, I could definitely see this game having a lot of content. The game, while not having an official rating just yet, does have a mature content label on the Steam page, meaning that the game is likely to be rated M or more likely rated T, so not a kid's game if people were wondering. Okay, so that's the bulk of the main information present on the game as of right now. However, during the original Digimon Con back in 2021, there were actually questions answered from the community regarding the game itself, which will answer some questions I know a lot of community members have been having recently. I'm going to play a clip from a really old video I made about this interview, so I'll let Ed from the past take it from here, then we'll regroup and discuss. Okay, so the first question that was asked was whether or not there were plans for a Cyber Sleuth or Hacker's Memory sequel, which the dev stated not at this time, but they'd consider depending on fan requests. That said, again, a new story game is in the works, but it's not going to be a direct sequel to the Cyber Sleuth game, so do note that. The next question asked was whether or not the new Digimon story game will be based on the 12 Olympus Digimon, whom, if you didn't know, are Digimon based off of the Greek god, which consist of the following: Apollomon, Bacchusmon, Ceresmon, Dynamon, Junomon, Jupitermon, Marsmon, Mercumon, Minervamon, Neptunemon, Venusmon, and Volcanismon. I'm sure I butchered some of those. But in response to this question, it was revealed that yes, the 12 Digimon will in fact be central characters to the story. And finally, the last question was regarding whether or not the game will be based in the digital world, and the answer was yes. Now, I'm pretty excited for that last part. So yeah, a lot of people were asking about whether or not the Olympus 12 will be in the game, and not only will they be in the game, but they will actually be a very prominent aspect of it. Furthermore, just in case some people were wondering, this game is very likely not to be involved with the Digimon story Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory timeline, as they stated that they weren't really looking to expand that version of the universe at this time. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm definitely excited to dive into Digimon story Time Stranger, and I hope you guys are excited for all the content I have planned, including guides, breakdowns, news updates, a review, and more. So make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all the latest Digimon and monster taming news. And quickly wanted to say a special thanks to all our supporters, especially Wrathful Beast, Candy Marunci, Tragsoft, Chronomon, and Nemo, and I'll see you next time. Peace.